Hey everybody, it's Andrew and welcome to episode 130 of the Jaguar podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a game recap of the matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. But before we get into that, subscribe to the channel, show your boy some love. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, let me know how you feel about this game. So let's get into it. Jaguars lose to the Dolphins at home. 31-13. Man, what an embarrassment of a game. Just was really tough to watch. And Gardner Minshew did not play very well in this game. He threw a couple picks. He just looked like he was trying to force plays because the defense couldn't help him. And really reminded me of that second game in London last year where we played the Texans. He just looked uncomfortable in the pocket. And he just couldn't really get a lot done offensively. I mean, the defense really didn't help him either. The Jags defense gave up pretty much a score, on Miami's first drive. They kind of fell behind pretty quickly. And from there, it was just all downhill. I think kind of the only really shining star in this game was James Robinson, who had, believe he had a touchdown, but played very, very well. May have been 2 touchdowns. I'm not entirely, my memory is kind of fading me right now because I've kind of blocked out the game, honestly. I watched it in a local bar for a little bit and then kind of just turned it off because, like I said in my previous episode, or my game pregame analysis, that the Jacksonville Jaguars could not sleep on this team, and they laid an egg and they got embarrassed at home because they laid it. They slept on this team. They slept on Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick got out of the pocket, got some nice scrambles, was just tearing up the Jacksonville Jaguars secondary. Again, with crossing routes, over the middle, passes, and it just wasn't good. Another person I wanted to kind of highlight was Chris Conley. 2 huge drops that really changed the tempo of the game, and that was really unfortunate because those would have been big drives. I think this game probably would have been a little bit closer if Conley had made those catches. So that was huge and really turned the tempo of the game, I feel like, towards Miami's favor. But, again, a tough loss. I don't know where we go from here. It could be a rough ride, I think, for Jacksonville. I don't know if we're going to win 3 games this season if we keep playing like this and the defense keeps playing like the way they did against Miami. It's just not good. A lot of people are calling for Todd Wash's head. I feel like they're preaching to the choir. I mean, I've said last season, they should have fired Todd Wash, but they didn't. And it's really frustrating because we had so many opportunities to find a defensive coordinator in the offseason. Wade Phillips was available. There were several coordinators that were available. And it's just a shame. It really is. So this is where we are. I think we need to definitely be looking for a defensive coordinator. I wouldn't be surprised if Todd Wash got fired midseason. But who knows? Doug Marrone likes Todd Wash, so I think that he could be here till the end of the season, and then, there'll be some changes. But, just, again, like I said, a tough game to watch. It's really going to be a tough matchup, I feel like, against Cincinnati, who really had a great game against the Browns. And I know it's the Browns, but still, Joe Burrow looked really good. I mean, that guy was completing a slew of passes, converting first downs, moving the chains, and it worries me because our secondary is so bad. Yeah, I mean, our secondary did not play well against Miami, and if we can't lock up their wide receivers and get pressure on Burrow, they're just going to have a field day with us. Another thing I wanted to kind of touch on from this game were the penalties. Absolutely just unacceptable how many penalties we had this game. Cam Robinson ends up getting ejected. It was just a total shit show. And I know he bumped that ref, and that was probably a little overboard ejecting him from the game. I don't think he meant to do it. I don't think you could see under that pile who he was touching. Probably just trying to move one of the other players off of him and just made a mistake. So it sucks to see him get ejected, but I don't know, man. Jaguars I said it on Twitter. This is an undisciplined football team. They are undisciplined. You should not be getting this many penalties. Pass interference call. I believe it was on, may have been on Miles Jack. Another guy I think that's just really underperforming this year. Paid him a ton of money, gave him that huge extension, and he is just not playing well. And it's disappointing. I don't know. I honestly think we should maybe consider trading him at some point, because I just don't think he's performing at the level he should be. I also think, honestly, let's start giving some of the rookies more playing time if we're going to keep performing like this. Shaquille Quarterman, let's get him in there at linebacker. Let's get Daniel Thomas in there at safety. The secondary just looks awful. They're just so bad. I mean, it's just not even funny how bad our secondary looks. Then we had an injury. Leon Jacobs tore his ACL. Another huge loss. Yeah, I mean, this team can't stay healthy. That's the bottom line. I've said it last season. It's the same situation. I mean, we're going to have to start pulling people out of the stands, I'm sure, at one point to start playing for Jacksonville, because we just can't stay healthy. Our kicker, Josh Lambo, got hurt. And then to add insult into injury, no pun intended, our backup kicker gets hurt and misses an extra point. I mean, just put Logan Cook in there and have him kick the extra points. I mean, we can't be losing games and missing, extra points. It's just ridiculous. We need to get Logan Cook in there and have him kick for Josh Lambo. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Not much, unfortunately, positive to say about this game, but that's pretty much it in a nutshell. James Robinson, our undrafted free agent, rookie running back, did very well. I was very impressed with his performance. And like I said in the beginning of this video, he's pretty much our shining star. In this game, I hope to see more of him in the matchup against the Bengals, but I'll go more into that in my pregame analysis, which I'll be releasing pretty soon. I'm a little behind. It's actually Saturday. It's a day before the Jags game, but I'm a little bit behind on my videos because I've been dealing with some other stuff, personal stuff. Our wedding got canceled, and we're having to try to work with some of our vendors to get money back. So we've been dealing with that right now. I'm still dealing with that even 6 months after it was supposed to happen, but I digress. So show your boys some love. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel. Like I said again, give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment on the video or podcast episode. I will be actually releasing another episode here soon. I did an interview with Jimmy Smith. pretty well known and respected and famous wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and pretty much one of my favorite players. Was super exciting to watch during the mid-90s and 2000s. So just kind of really excited to put that episode out. Stay tuned for it. It'll be coming soon. It was just a blast. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Stop by Apple Podcasts. Leave me a review. First person to leave a written review, I will send you a face cover or official Jaguar Podcast t-shirt of your choice. Just DM me on Twitter after you do the review and let me know, and I will hook you up. It's always great to have feedback. It helps me when I put these episodes and videos together. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.